Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. It's Sunday, February 14, 2021. And happy Valentine's Day, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Sunday morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have lots of news to get to this Sunday morning and some weather as well, so let's begin. First up, let's take a look at your Johns Hopkins University COVID-19 dashboard. And here's a look at that Johns Hopkins University COVID-19 dashboard for all of you. As you can see, your global cases are 108,612,975. Your U.S. cases are 27,576,339. Your global deaths are 2,395,288. And your U.S. deaths are 484,252. And that is a look at your Johns Hopkins University COVID-19 dashboard for all of you. Now let's get to some other news. First up, Trump impeachment trial. Biden says charge not to dispute in first comments on acquittal. Biden remembered those who were killed and called for unity going forward. Here are the latest headlines. Biden praises police officers and calls for change not in despite in the first comments. Pelosi blasts McConnell and others who voted to acquit as cowardly group of Republicans. Managers highlight McConnell's agreement that they provide case. McConnell says Trump sorely is to blame for the attacks after voting to acquittal. And Schumer speaks on the Senate floor. Senate votes to acquit Trump 57-43. Biden praises police officers, calls for change, not in despite in the first comments. In his first comments on the acquittal of his predecessor, nearly 7 hours after the vote, President Joe Biden opened up by remembering late officer Brian Sicknick and praised his fellow police officers for defending the Capitol on January 6th. He took a tone similar to the House impeachment managers following the 57-43 vote, short of the 67 needed to convict former President Donald Trump by celebrating a bipartisan vote. Today, 57 senators, including a record 7 Republicans, vote to find former President Trump guilty for inciting that deadly insurrection on our very democracy. Biden said in a statement the Senate voted, followed by a bipartisan vote to impeach him by the House of Representatives. While the final vote did not lead to conviction, the substance of the charge is not in dispute. Biden highlighted the speech by Senator Mitch McConnell, Republican from Kentucky, that angered some Democrats for its acknowledgement of incitement and acquittal vote on technically. Even those opposed to conviction, like Senate Minority Leader McConnell, believed Donald Trump was guilty of the disgraceful declaration of duty and particularly moral responsible for provoking the violence unlatched on the Capitol, the president added. Biden, who largely avoided commenting on the impeachment trial in favor of promoting his agenda on COVID-19 relief, thanked those who bravely stood guard that January day and those who demonstrated the courage to protect the integrity of our democracy. This sad chapter in our history has reminded us democracy of fragile Biden wrote. That is must always be defended, that we must be ever vigilant in that violence and extremism has no place in America, and that each of us has a duty and responsibility as Americans, and especially as the leaders, to defend the trust and to defeat the lies. That is how we end this uncivil war and heal in the very soul of our nation. That is our task ahead, and it's the task we must undertake together as the United States of America, he concluded, underlining united for empathizing. In key takeaways from the final day of Trump's second impeachment trial. Despite the surprise vote to consider witness that blindsided both parties, the fifth day of Donald Trump's second impeachment trial ended as expected, with Trump's acquittal in a 57-43 vote. While 7 Republicans voted with the Democrats to convict the former president, there were still 10 votes short of conviction. Here are some highlights in the final day of the trial. Number 1. Managers surprise Senate with witness request. Number 2. An eye on history and the future. Number 3. McConnell extracts Trump after voting to acquit, faced backlash and explanation. Number 4. What Republicans who voted to convict Trump have in common. And that is a look at some key highlights from the final day. Mayor, police chief, and other city officials in Iowa town arrested for embezzlement. The mayor, police chief, city clerk, and former city clerk of town in Iowa have all been charged following a multi-year investigation that accuses them of misappropriating city funds, producing fraudulent public records, using a taser on a civilian in exchange for cash, and concealing embezzlement. Greek tax officer dies 7 months after axe attack in office. A tax officer employee who had been attacked with an axe in his workplace nearly 7 months ago has died, a Greek hospital administrator said Sunday. A 12-year-old allegedly shot and killed home intruder during armed robbery. A 12-year-old allegedly shot and killed a home intruder during an armed robbery early Saturday in North Carolina, police said. Two dead in 4 separate stabbings on NYC subway line. A person was taken into custody late Saturday related to multiple stabbings that left 2 victims dead on the New York City subway system within a 24-hour period, police sources told ABC News. Charges against the person are still pending. Strong earthquake shakes Japan's northeast coast. A strong earthquake hit off the coast of northeastern Japan late Saturday, shaking Fukushima and other areas, but there was no threat of a tsunami, officials said. And switching gears now, let's go into weather. Peaks of major winter blasts to bring across most of the country. A major winter blast is rippling the nation, will reach its peak beginning today and lasting through much of the week, with 2 major storms to track along the Arctic air surging into the southern U.S. And here's a look at your weather map right now. As you can see along this part of the United States, Seattle, Portland, you're seeing some snow with some rain as well. And then along here, Oklahoma City, Dallas, and Denver, you're seeing some snow over here. And then this part of the United States, you're seeing some just rain in parts of Florida as well. And then up along the east coast here, some dryness and some rain in the Gulf of Maine. Otherwise, that is a look at your weather across the United States. And that is it for this morning edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Goodbye, everyone.